Visitors find your ticket prices very cheap. Perhaps you should raise them. Psst! The visitors think your ticket price is a steal. Have you thought of raising it? Visitors are grumbling about your high ticket price. You might consider lowering the cost. People think your entry tickets cost too much. Have you thought about making them cheaper? You've made a lot of money, but the park could use some work. Why don't you spend a bit on improvements? Whoa! You're loaded! Why don't you spend some money improving the park? You're spending more on wages for your staff than you're earning. Maybe you should let some of them go. You're not earning enough income to cover your payroll. You may need to get rid of some of your staff. Your bank balance is looking pretty low. I think you need to curb your spending before you end up in the red. Your bank balance isn't looking very healthy. I think you need to cut down on spending and possibly take out a loan before you end up in the red. You've managed to save a lot of money. I don't want to nag though, but you might want to think about paying back some of what you owe. You've accumulated a lot of money, which is great. Why not repay some of what you've borrowed? You're flat out of money, and if you stay that way for 6 months, you'll be bankrupt, out of business, kaput. We're out of money. The cupboard is bare and the till is empty. If you stay in the red for 6 months, you'll be bankrupt, so you'd better get a loan. Oh no, you're out of money. If you lose money for 6 months, you'll be bankrupt, so quick, take out a loan. You've run out of cash. If you don't make some in the next 6 months, you'll be bankrupt. You haven't had any money for 3 months now. That means you have 3 months to get your balance into the black before you go bankrupt. You haven't had any money for 3 months, and, well, if you don't show a profit in the next 3 months, you'll be out of business. Bankrupt. You haven't had any cash for 5 months, and unless you're the government, you only have 1 more month to get your balance in the black before you go bankrupt. Since you've been in the red for 5 months, you only have a month to show a profit. Otherwise, you'll be bankrupt. I hate to have to tell you this, but you've been losing money for 6 months, and now you're bankrupt. I'm afraid the park's been closed down. You remember what they say about not shooting the messenger, Because you've lost money for 6 months and, well, you're broke. I'm afraid the park's been closed down. This screen shows information about your finances. Clicking the buttons above and beside the graph lets you choose which information is shown and over what period. Click the buttons on the right side of the panel to set the ticket price, adjust staff training budgets, and take out or repay loans. This is where you take out and repay loans. To switch between the loans that are available and those outstanding, click the buttons above the list. To take out or pay back a particular loan, click on it on the list. Click the buttons on the right side of the panel to see information about your finances, set the ticket price, or to change staff training budgets. You can use the plus and minus buttons on this screen to adjust the ticket price, or you can click the button at the bottom to open or close the park. To adjust staff training budgets, take out or repay a loan, or review your finances, click the buttons on the right-hand edge of the panel.